This next comer coming on stage, BTB Cantina classic. You've probably seen him before. He's awesome. His name is Fromm.
Let's try a joke. I like my women like I like my men. I'm bisexual. How I like them. That's not true. I'm not gay. That sentence is usually followed by not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm not going to say it because I think saying not that there's anything wrong with that is the best way of letting a group of people know that you think there's something wrong with that. You know, if we were talking about anything else, like cheesecake, let's say, you would think that's fucked up. Like if I were eating a piece of cheesecake and a friend came up to me and I offered him some of my cheesecake and he was like, no man, I don't really eat cheesecake. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Does this guy hate cheesecake? Like, what's wrong with eating cheesecake? Like, yeah, no, I just don't really eat cheesecake. You know, I've thought about it. You know, my dad's lactose intolerant. You know, that's not me. It's just not my thing. You know, in college I actually had a bite of cheesecake, but I was drunk, so it didn't really count. I once blew a guy who liked cheesecake, but he couldn't convince me. It's not for me. Good, all right. Crossing concepts. You got it. All right. I don't know, if you've ever been in a relationship, you know that there are certain things that you do when your significant other goes out of town that they're not really cool with. Kind of like a relationship vice. You know, maybe it's like smoking pot if they're anti-drug. Maybe, you know, it's going out and getting drunk with your friends if they don't approve of that. Maybe it's sleeping with other people. But there's a thing that you do. Alright, so we're a little slow. It's gradual. Good. So, but there's a thing that you do that, you know, they're not into. For me, it's none of that. For me, my vice, when my girlfriend is out of town, is eating Panda Express. I had some Panda Express for dinner, so I hope you'll excuse me if I die on stage. Have you ever had Panda Express? It's disgusting, but it's so good. It's so delicious, but it's not, I mean, Panda Express, it's the shitty Americanized version of the shitty Americanized version of Chinese food. Like, I feel racist eating Panda Express. When an Asian person walks by me, I turn around. And that's what you do, you shovel it. You don't linger. I saw a guy, this is true, and I know, by the way, saying this is true at a stand-up show is like a really sarcastic person giving a compliment, like, oh, nice sweater, man. Do you like my sweater, or... No, it's a good sweater. Fuck you, man. Fuck you, you monotone asshole. But this is true. I saw, because I eat Panda Express a lot, I have opportunities to see, you know, all the types of people who also eat Panda Express. I saw a guy using chopsticks with Panda Express, which is dumb. You're not fooling anybody. Using chopsticks while you eat Panda Express, it's like engaging in foreplay with a sex doll. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of effort. You're not fooling anyone. We all know. All right, I want to tell you one more joke before I go. Have you guys heard of the internet? That's a segue. So some people, my grandmother isn't very comfortable using the internet because she thinks that she'll find, you know, I don't know, something that might upset her, something bad online. But what she doesn't realize is that nothing that happens on the internet is worse than what can happen in the real world. Like, online, people watch child pornography. It's bad. But in the real world, people make child pornography. It's considerably worse. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I am. Another example, online, people gain access to other people's private information and then use that information to commit fraud, buy things like clothing. But in the real world, people gain access to other people's information, and they use that information to commit murder and make things out of those people, like clothing. Okay. Last example, and then I'll leave you. And I don't mean to get too dark here, guys, but on the internet, some people illegally download music by the band Nickelback. I know. In the real world, some people are the band Nickelback. Considerably worse.